Hey guys, Aegisep here. Last night I played an amazing game called Coromon. Coromon is a modern take on the classic monster taming genre. Tame Coromon, explore a vast world filled with thrilling turn-based battles, brain-twisting puzzles, and a mysterious threat to the world awaiting defeat. This was the instruction I was given when I randomly found this game early yesterday morning. That night I downloaded the demo, and oh my god, the experience I had is probably the best I've had in a monster taming game in a long time. Thank you to Joachim and Marcel for the amazing game you've made, which I have had to make a review on because just the experience I had in my short 3-hour stream playing Coromon last night just tickled so much for me. This video is just going to be me doing a small review on this game and hopefully encouraging you to buy it when it releases Thursday, March 31st, which hopefully this video should go up before. Now, this game is developed by Tragsoft and published by Freedom Games. It is available on Steam and is coming to Switch later on. I heard they just recently delayed on Switch. So I'll get into the game a little. First of all, I definitely want to appreciate this. When they say modern take on classic monster taming, they really do. They take the best bits of the past in the monster taming genre and really take it. And I think the best example of this is just the Mon designs. Now, coming from a past with Pokemon and Digimon, Mon designs make a game for me. And straight out the bat, the demo starts with a little battle which gives you a taste of how it plays, and I was instantly invested in the designs of the monsters. Oh, Pitterbite, alright. Versus Slitherpin. That animation was fire. Some of my favorites include Taruga, which is a fire turtle starter, which looked adorable. Silquill, which was a burb. I'm a big burb fan. I love burbs. And Beelzul, just because the name is great. It's a combination of Bee and Beelzul. These designs plus names plus sound design, which I'll talk about a bit later, just make these mons so likable and lovable. The 2D style which this game presents is perfect. Since Black and White on the 3D on the DS for Pokemon, I have been sad that we haven't got another 2D style Pokemon game. I enjoyed going back, playing the old 2D games, but for me, Black and White was the peak. And this game goes above and beyond for designs. The animation, the 2D designs, someone pointed out in my chat, it gives very Stardew Valley designs with the overworld, and I love that. It's very approachable, very likable, and honestly, doesn't take away from the game. Sometimes my biggest fear of monster games is they tend to aim for a mature audience, and you have these edgy, horrible designs, but this overworld was so friendly and fun. It felt like a game aimed for young kids that we could really get into. And as a kid at heart, I really loved it. But my favorite element of the design for this game was the sound design. I constantly found myself mimicking all the Mon noises every time I set them out. Oh. The obvious thing going alright, this is Thor. And this isn't a bad thing. This is just me constantly mimicking this, and I had so much fun doing this. But not just this Mon sounds, but the music design, the sound effects, everything sounded good. I was really impressed by this. The almost chiptune sounding design, modernized, works really well. Some other elements outside of design include a lot of the quality of life features. And honestly, I really like they've simplified a lot of quality of life. Simple things such as assigning buttons, being able to hold a button to perform an action, which even just being able to hold down the start button to save just gives me so much joy, because it's like, as someone who gets worried and wants to save a lot, it is beautiful. Being able to nickname as soon as you catch them and nickname them in the menu, which should have always been a feature, has always been nice. I really appreciate that. And honestly, my favorite quality of life is just the fun of the character design. So the character customization you do at the start, I think I spent a solid 20-30 minutes on, and then during the game you actually can unlock different cosmetics, such as a book hat, which, it's a small thing, but I really liked it. Another thing that really sets this game apart is the way they've designed a difficulty system. A lot of monster tamer games tend to design difficulty in a very grindy way. Difficulty will be increased stats or increased levels. How these guys do difficulty is really nice. They take the infamous Nuzlocke system and they spread it across two difficulties. So easy difficulty is well written. It's basically designed for a story. You know, you're not going to be faced with too much hard challenge. It's great to go through the story. Normal is good. Normal is probably equivalent to your average Pokemon style game. And then hard is where it starts to kick in. So hard uses one of the rules of the Nuzlocke challenge, and then insane kicks it up a notch. Just full on Nuzlocke, and it's really well implemented, and I'm really looking forward to going through and playing a Nuzlocke version after I've done my first playthrough of this game. A lot of the elements of this game really suit the handheld genre, and while the Switch release has been delayed, I'm very much looking to getting this on Switch after I get it on PC, because it has cross-platform. They are looking to bring cross-platform saves, which is really good, having the 3 save file feature. So I'm looking forward to not only picking this up on PC when it releases, March 31st, but also on Switch when it releases in the future. There are also a bunch of small little touches in the game which aren't really, amazing, but to me they felt a lot. The fact that nearly every NPC has a name got me. I didn't visibly say it but when I was streaming, but I was taking note and reading everyone's name, because at first, usually only important characters get names, so I was only looking for the important characters, and then I realized everyone had names, and to me this is such a small little thing. It gives a little bit more life to this world, which a lot of NPCs, need. Other small little touches include just overworld design, the little blackbirds in the trees. For me, one of my favorite quality of life features is the fact that they've given the hidden overworld field move system to the player with the gauntlets, and the gauntlet is a great design. What makes this game unique is its use of a gauntlet and the spinner system. The gauntlets being pretty much the inventory item that allows you it's the database, it's the Pokédex, it's the HM moves, it's everything all packed in one, and it's really well developed and designed and implemented in the story. That is something that really should be taken away, that they're able to introduce new elements and combine it and integrate it into the story without it feeling out of place. The story itself, while I haven't got that far, has been really fun. The little side quests are great. I had a little struggle trying to find all the beesles in a certain town. I have one goal, and it's to find this bloody bee. Is it in this house? I haven't checked this house. It's in this bloody house. Which was fun, because I wasn't just mind-numbingly going through it. It was a bit of I was trying to figure out where they all were. But also just the simple main story is enough to make me go, ooh, I want to know what this is. I want to go meet these titans. It is exciting, and I can't wait to actually get to the story part. I will be looking forward to the full release of the game, because there's a bit of me that wants to know what goes on. I also want to talk about my favorite thing they've introduced here, the potential system. The potential system is a really good way to use experience in combat. So the way the potential system works is explained really well in the game. And then this is the one I need to understand. When participating, they grow more potent after gaining enough XP. The Coromon will awaken someone's potential, gaining additional stat points. However, not every Coromon learns as fast as others. Some have more or less potential, which they can awaken. This is what's known as potential. Coromon's potential can be divided into 3 strategies: standard, potent, and perfect. Tools like the potential reader, which can be used to discover the exact potential value, which can range from 1 to 21. Potential categories also show visually, so if you encounter a Coromon with a deviating appearance, this is due to their deviating potential. Trainers out there in the world dream of owning every species of Coromon with a perfect potential, because the more potential a Coromon has, the more powerful it can grow. Will you try for the perfect squad as well? I love that. And that'll be pretty much the explanation I can give, because I'm terrible at explaining. But I really like the way they use the perfect and potent sprites to signify difference. This kind of appeals to me as a shiny hunter. It also appeals to me as a min-maxer. Oh, there are so many things about this potential system that I think have the potential to bring this game up to like top of the monster tamer genre. I am going to make one point in favor of neutrality to this game. It doesn't reinvent the genre. This is not a bad thing necessarily. I think reinventing the genre makes it a lot harder to and get people into the game. I think Pokemon Legends Arceus, recent release, was the best reinvention of the genre recently, and I kind of hope we see a nice fallout, especially if we get 2D versions of the game, because it's such a cool concept. But this game really takes those classic elements and modernizes them. And I say this is a neutral thing because it's not gonna be... If you're looking for something very, very new, this is not it. But if you're looking for that classic feel, and you want a modern version of those old Pokemon or Digimon games you used to play, or the old Monster Tamer games, this is it. Now, for all the love I give this game, for me there is one significant downside which may impact how it plays on the Switch. I used a gamepad last night, you playing on Steam, and my first thought was definitely that there was some UI elements that did not work well with the gamepad. I understand most of the time I end up just using my mouse, which using the gamepad I didn't want to, and I do hope for the Switch or any console release in the future, they do take a look at potentially changing how the gamepad works. But other than that, the control system felt really fun, really good to use, and I was glad it was there was custom key bindings for it. So all in all, if you haven't figured it out yet, I really, really enjoyed this game, and I cannot wait for the full version to release March 31st on Steam. Please, if you're interested, go play the demo before it comes out on Thursday. Elsewise, pick the game up, play it, love it. Out of 10, through all the things I've reviewed today, I'm definitely giving it a solid 9 out of 10. This is probably the most refreshing classic monster tamer in years. And I'm so glad to have found it and experienced, and I can't wait to continue experiencing it. If you want to see more, I'm going to continue playing this game on twitch.tv/Agersep on Tuesdays and Fridays, about 7 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Or, when Daylight Savings Time ends, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Elsewise, if you are interested in this game, go pick it up on Steam, come watch me stream it, or find out for yourself. Have a lovely time, and I hope you really enjoyed this game.